I go into this story, let me go without saying that you can find beautiful people in every race. And I know somebody's going to get tired of me saying that. But we have to call out the bad and shame the devil. I'm not going to waste y'all's time with this one because this story is one of them things that I'm seeing this a lot. So we got to address it. Unfortunately, we need to take a trip to Massachusetts, to Goose Pond, where July 19th, 2023, a young black kid going to meet up with his white friend. And sorry, this is going to be racial. There's no way to get around it. I'll put up my disclaimers at the end of the video, okay? Just because I just want to get straight into this and can't stomach this. So he drives his bike. To the 15 years old, they all are. I don't know how many more boys showed up, but the one guy he knew was his friend, but the other ones were white. They tell the black kid, and he obliges, knowing he can't swim, to paddle his bike into the water. Soon as he does, the white boys, proceed to pick up rocks and throw it at him to throw him off and try to drown him. At some point, he panicked, jumped off the bike, and was, I think, trying to fight for his life because he couldn't swim. This is when they started yelling racial slurs, the N-word, the hard ER at the end, and yelling George Floyd. This is a true story. I'll get y'all the link to it. When the black child was not drowning as soon enough, the one who is actually his friend jumped in the water, went underwater, and proceeded to pull the black child's legs under to ensure that he would actually try to drown. They did this in broad daylight with witnesses, and one of the witnesses made a mad dash for the water and got the black teen out. So, of course, because he almost drowned but didn't, he could identify who tried to unalive him. So February 5, 2025, is sentencing. If you go read this article and look in the white kid's eyes, you see that they're gone. I don't know what to say about this because I'm seeing this happen to little black boys who go off on bikes. They're going to they have the option, because he's under the age of 18, to try him as a youthful offender. And what that means in Massachusetts is the judge can decide if he's tried as an adult or tried as a juvenile. I'm going to say the same thing I've said before, okay? Because this can go many different routes. To me, the reason y'all hear a lot of silent pauses because this is deeply disturbing. I'm going to say a lot of things, and I know I'm going to make some people upset with my analysis on this. One of the things I'm going to note is this. I feel blessed to not have this hate in my heart for no race of people. If I knew it existed within me, I'm just going to leave those races of people alone and let them be. Why do I need to call you names? Why do I need to lure you somewhere and try to unalive you and get away with it? If I don't like you, I'm just going to leave you alone. But see, with black boys, for some reason, and I have to acknowledge this because another little black boy in some shallow water was held down and drowned by some little white boys, like either 2023 or 2024. Maybe it happened a little bit before that, but it was the 2020s. And those boys left enough DNA evidence, and then their white parents covered it up. And this kid was under the age of, I would say, 11 years old when it happened to him. We are fortunate that this child lived, and they did this in front of witnesses, knowing that when they went to that pond in Massachusetts, people could see them. Didn't expect that grown individual, which I don't think this article said the gender of the person who got him out of that water, was going to help him. But to my knowledge, whoever saved this boy's life was an excellent swimmer. Big mistake. And you did it in broad daylight. What that tells me is that if you can do that knowing there were witnesses on that pond who saw you, what you're out and right telling me is you wanted to send a statement. Y'all can sit here and say, duh. But if you wanted to get by with taking someone's life, why would you do it in front of a whole lot of witnesses on a pond? Why would anybody visit a body of water in the middle of July summer in Massachusetts? I don't know, because some of them want to fish, or I don't know, swim in the water. You really thought those people, all of them, were going to sit back and let you drown that child? Here's a third point, and I don't mean this, and I don't blame this boy's parents, okay? In my generation, back when I was 15, this was 1995, as crazy as it was for us early millennials. Most of the time, the kids are sneaky, don't get me wrong. Ain't no way my kid could just go take off and hang out with who he wanted to. I was not allowed to do that. Don't think that we ain't all done sneaky stuff. We don't know the circumstances. Whatever happened to knowing not just the kid that your kids hang out with, but their parents? Because even with body language, you can catch on to idiosyncrasies that tell you, no, I don't want this person around my child. This ain't the first time I can recall reporting something like this. Can you imagine thinking people really liked you only to find out that your biological feature that you will never be able to control, I don't care how many skin creams, I don't care how much you changed the inflections of your voice, was the reason that you nearly lost your life? And he brought along other boys to help him that you probably didn't know, but you thought he was your friend. Don't misunderstand me. This is not a video about cynicism and me telling you who you can and can't be friends with. If this boy gets charged as a freaking juvenile, I'm going to be highly upset. Because to tell a boy that you knew could not swim to paddle his bike in the water, and then you throw rocks at him yelling the N-word and George Floyd, and you jumped your butt in the water to try to drown him. That hate had been in you for a long time. That's premeditated, okay? I think it's crazy for a young black youth that know they could not swim to get that close to water like that. That's just me. But I can't attack this kid because he's a victim in this case. I'm mad right now. Y'all see, because when I get quiet like this, if you've been sub to me for a while, you can tell when something deeply bothers me. Tell me what y'all think. Why are people willing to lure little black boys to spots and drown them? Because this ain't the first time this has happened. I'm glad this child lived. They didn't name his name, and I don't need to know. All I need to know is that he gonna go back to his family today. There's a myriad of reasons this is happening. Tell me why y'all think it is. Either way it goes, it's absolutely pathetic at this point. It really is.